Hello YouTube! This will hopefully be the first of many tribute videos here on the channel, most of which will be dedicated to those legendary content creators who contributed to my childhood in a meaningful way. But for the inaugural installment, I wanted to highlight a creator whose content is refreshingly high quality in comparison to 90% of what's on this platform. Without further ado, I give you a most particular tribute. The penultimate peril. The final countdown. The last level. When it comes to the lead up to the final boss of Super Mario Sunshine, Corona Mountain does not disappoint. Well, maybe it could stand to be a little bigger, but I'm content with what we got. But being such a small area, there's not going to be a whole lot to go over. With that being said, let's talk about tips. First and foremost, the flaming platforms. While it's obvious enough that you have to use the hover nozzle to extinguish the flames below you, you may not have known that the fire reignites! Yes, if you wait too long, you'll get burned. After you get past those pesky platforms, smash this crate for a 1-up. Oh, and let's talk about the mud boat for a second, or as I like to call it, Miyamoto's middle finger. This has been covered pretty extensively, but I wanted to throw my 2 cents in about it. If you simply stand toward the front of the boat, like so, you can steer pretty easily by spraying left to go right and right to go left. Don't go too fast and keep a cool head, and you too can make quick work of this section. The last tip I have for you is that you can use rocket storage to skip the cloud jumping sequence and blast straight to Bowser. But before we go up there, there's a glitch here to be showcased. If you take damage from a fish while in the... If you take damage from a fish while... If you take damage from... If you... If you take damage from a fish while in mid-air, your iframes will carry you through the lava and into... invisible water! Yes, that's right, it turns out there's only a thin layer of lava over perfectly safe water. Well, okay, maybe it's not perfectly safe, because you can still drown in it, and that makes this journey one way, because if you try to surface for air, the lava just kills you. And so, we move on to that big hot tub in the sky. Literally. Now that we're up here hanging out with Bowser, let's take a look at him and his family. Interestingly enough, Bowser Jr. does not have collision, and neither does his submarine. More interesting than his behavior, though, is Peach's. No matter how much you move around, she will always remain the same distance away from you. This means that Peach and her duck will slide along in the tub along with you as you run around the edge. This also means that if you time it right, she'll clip right through Bowser Jr. Weird. Also, if you move fast enough when pounding the spires, you can see the crumbling pieces of your previous pounding still falling in the distance. Since we're already up on Bowser's hot tub and that's where the main secret is, let's go ahead and smoothly transition to secrets. Smooth. When it comes to this fight, you're supposed to run around ground pounding the points of the giant star-shaped tub. But why not walk up and take a gander into the water Bowser's sitting in? I didn't know about this until I recorded the footage for this video, but if you look at the bottom of the tub, you can see the shine sprite from the cutscenes before and after the boss fight. I never realized it was just chilling there the whole time though. Also, if you just stand there either spraying or doing nothing, Flood will nudge you toward the pound points, and she seems kind of annoyed. The final secret is back in the volcano, or rather out of it. You see, since the area is mainly enclosed, there's just a black skybox. Or is there? No there's not. It's actually a black layer placed over the secret level skybox. Weird. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Corona Mountain. Thank you so much for watching, and Mr. Mushroom, if you're seeing this, just know I'm always down to collaborate.